I'm going to just start on this. Yeah, like my friend were going to get coffee and
Yeah. Do you mind?
This is my podium. Okay, welcome. Don't make me scream too much. Okay, I'm just going to start a couple of minutes here. I'll explain to you what we're going to do. Just in case there's any stragglers, i.e. Italians from Ville Emard. We'll come at 2 o'clock Italian time, and then we'll get started. My name is Joyce Pillarella, and I am an oral historian. So what that means is that I collect stories from people. I collect stories from people, and Geraldo Caltillo here has been my collaborator on a lot of the stories that I collected out of Ville Emard. Now, first I'm going to explain to you what we're going to do today is we're going to walk. We're going to be going along Monk Boulevard to Jolicoeur. From Jolicoeur we're going to go to Newman Park, and then we're going to go to the church. And depending on the time, I'd like to take you also to Allard because I'd like to conclude it with the old Delalos. I have scheduled 3 sitting stops along the way, so I know I've done so many walking tours and usually we're always standing up, so just so it's a little more comfortable for everybody, there'll be 3 or 4 places where you'll be able to sit. One of the stops will also be at the Italian bar on Jolicoeur, so that'll be a chance if you need to get an espresso or a cappuccino, you can pick yourself up a coffee along the way. Okay, I'm sorry I don't have the budget to pay everybody's coffee. What? No, because they pay the big bucks when you do Jane Walks.
For the paninis.
Okay, that's going to be after. Hey, where's Delia?
I don't know.
Okay, okay, I'm just going to get, this is not, Chopper, Albert, I told you, come, oh my God. Oh, wow, this is great.
Oh my God. No, I don't have to work with these 2 guys.
Oh, man. Okay,
Allora, buongiorno
ma
a
tu non
tutti.
vieni con la macchina?
Chi?
I thought you were going to follow with the car. Con l'autobus. I need the Sant'Antonio loudspeaker. Okay, this is not a tour about statistics. It's not a tour about dates. I'm going to give you just a couple of dates here, and you're not going to hear dates or anything like this. All you're going to hear about is stories. One of the challenging things about doing a walking tour in Ville Emard is that a lot of the things that I want to talk about are no longer here. Jeanette.
Yes, sorry.
I'm also a teacher. Oh, you're not staying?
Oh, we're leaving.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I love you anyways. Okay, so one of the challenging things is that Dalia, is that a lot of the things I'm going to talk about are no longer here. So I brought an iPad with me and I have a lot of images that I will show you along the way to help you understand the differences in the past. Another thing is that a neighborhood, for me, is not something about just the bricks and the mortar, okay? It's about people. And it's about the relationships that people form with the neighborhood. And in those relationships come stories, and these are the stories that I'm going to talk to you about. I'm also going to ask you, and when we get to our next stop, I'm going to be giving out assignments. If you choose to accept them or not is up to you. I even have pencils. That will invite you to think about this neighborhood in different ways, in symbolic ways, and it's things that you can apply to any place you look at.
It's a trap.
Okay?
It's a trap.
It's a trap, yes. Okay, so here are the stats, and you're not going to get anything more. Côte St. Paul started in 1702. Just to give you an idea of how old this place is. The Lachine Canal, they started building it in 1821 to 1825. And then there was the Montreal-Lachine Railway that was put along the canal in 1847. Now that already tells you we're talking transport. There was 2 lawyers called Emard and Monk, and a few other lawyers whose names escape me. In 1899, so we're talking turn of the century, they founded this place called Terrain de Banlieue, because this was a suburb. And Monk got its first wooden sidewalk here in 1901. Now, Ville Emard detached from Côte St. Paul and was founded in 1911. When it was founded, there were 5,000 French, there were 800 British, and 158 Italians. Now, if you're wondering why are there so many British, well, if you think about it, this was the area of industries. And if you look at places like Liverpool and Manchester, the British people knew how to work in the coke plants and the steel mills and all that. So a lot of them came here because they were able to get jobs. Another thing is that the power source, because the Lachine Canal was all about power, right? Because the water was used as power sources for all the companies. And there were, at that time, there were over 600 manufacturers and 1,000 companies that settled all along the canal. So you can imagine this stretch where we go on our bike paths, it was wall-to-wall industry. And with that, the noise, the pollution, the smoke, it was just boom, boom industry the whole time. So at about the turn of the century, all along here, 20% of Montrealers lived along the Lachine Canal, and 20% of the people that were employed in Montreal lived along the Lachine Canal. So this area below the tracks is really, really important when you think about it in terms of building Montreal. Okay, that's it for stats. The only other thing I was going to say to you is that, you know, in Côte St. Paul, you know that area near the canal, like where Workman Street is, and there's some industries there. That was the biggest nail and tool manufacturing area of all of Canada. So this area really was born out of industry. It was born out of workers. And the first people that came here that were French were coming from the villages. So there you're going to see, as we talk, there was a connection between the French and the Italians because they both had the same religion. They were Catholic, and they came from agricultural backgrounds. And similarly, like in the Point, right? The Irish too were Catholic, and they were workers as well, laborers. So there was a lot of similarity in a lot of these neighborhoods along here. So the first thing I want to do now is we're going to walk over to Garneau Park. We're going to just take Monk just a few feet over here. We're going to stop just over there at the lane, and I'm going to stop and talk a bit more there. Thank you.
We don't want to lose you right away.
If you have any questions, just ask me, and I'll try to answer them. If not, there's a lot of people here who can answer. Are there still Italians in this neighborhood? Yeah. But I'm going to point that out. I'll explain to you why you don't see them.
They're having
Yeah, but today you can feed it with the communion.
You need an umbrella, Joyce, to do this. Yeah,
First one, it's going to be, I'm going to